question about the ultimate movie, the all-time great for you. What is it? The absolute pinnacle of cinematic history. What are you picking?
So it's a bit of a standard one because I think all the big films are like the best ones.
Yeah.
And it's from such a point in my life where I was like, fuck, this was a brilliant. So my greatest film of all time is Gladiator.
Oh, that's a good choice.
It's a great choice. I loved
it. It came out when I was 13, and I remember seeing trailers for it and thinking, this is when I started getting into films, and I was like, what is this? So I skipped school. The only one time I ever skipped school to go and watch it. And so I went to the Showcase Cinema, Bellevue, rest in peace. And so I turn up in my school uniform with no tie on because I thought that'll do it.
They'll never know.
Are you by yourself or did a mate come along with you? Or is it just
I'm solo. I'm literally... So I turn up and then they go, hiya, it's a 15. And I go, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, have you got any ID? And I'm like, no. And they were like, well, how do we know you're 15? I was like, well, surely I'd be in school. And they went, oh yeah, fair enough. In you go.
If you're there with your school uniform with no tie, you're going, I'm on business. How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's and was the screen kind of empty because it was kind of school time, or were you by yourself?
It was just me. It was only me.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Private screening for his greatest movie ever.
It is amazing. It's sad as well.
Yeah.
What's your favourite scene in it, Brennan?
There's loads that like. I love, I mean, this is coming back to the Saw thing. Maybe I need to go and see a therapist. I love the bit where he whacks the guy's head off like that.
Yeah.
It is good. The music's sad, isn't it?
I love the bit though when they keep going back to it where he starts tickling corn when he's just walking through the field and he's doing all that. My favourite bit is the bit where they're all like getting G'd up. Do you know, before they're about to go into the, I think it's like the first or second, I think it's the second time they go into the arena and they're all going around on the chariots and they're like, oh, fucking hell. And then I remember so clearly, there was one of the, like these metal breastplates on, and one of them had tits on.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I was literally like, I was like, metal tits. Oh my God, this is incredible. So
C-3PO's dream on screen.
yeah.
Oh, my.
So I watched it, loved it. Left it, and then my dad, being the dodgy bastard that he was, we had like dodgy 9X cable box where you could get all the different channels, and you could get Sky Box Office. So every day when I'd come home from school, Gladiator would be starting on Sky Box Office.
Nice.
And I must have seen it about 100 times.
Really?
Because my dad would come in and be like, why are you watching this again? And I'd be like, my name is Maximus Dominus, and as commander of the arms of the North, general of the Fearless, and I will have my vengeance in this fight. My dad would be like, are you fucking mad? What are you doing? Put Happy Feet on. Put something on.
I thought you were going to say it gets to one bit in the film, and in your dad's copy, you see someone getting in the audience and go, look at the shiny tits on that. You know, that just while you were saying before about the necessity being the mother of invention thing and stuff going wrong, Oliver Reed, who won a posthumous Oscar for Gladiator, died during filming.
What?
He made a deal with Ridley Scott and said to him, I'm not going to drink during the time that we film. So that was 9 to 5 during a weekday. They were filming in Cyprus. So as soon as it hit 5 o'clock, he went out on the piss. No. So on a weekend, some sailors came in from the Navy and started drinking with Oliver Reed, challenged him to a drinking competition.
Just loads of Tango Ice Blasts.
Yeah.
with hot dogs in.
The pure blue ones, and his pants were getting shorter by the second as he was sat there. And he ended up, while he was drinking with these sailors, he just dropped dead. So they went and said to Ridley Scott, the guy who was Ridley Scott said to one of the other actors, look, keep an eye on Oliver Reed, make sure he doesn't do anything daft. So he then had to go back to Ridley Scott and say to him, look, Oliver Reed's died, but he said to him something like, I'm sorry, old boy, he's jibbed it. And then that was it. That's all he said. So they had to like recut all the scenes.
Yeah, did they CG some of it as well?
Well, it must have just been so good in the scenes he was that the bit of CGI and the bit of recutting still won him the posthumous
Unbelievable.
Oscar.
Fair
So
play.
I
he
mean,
had
I'm
some
just-
cracking films. In
I'm
his
just
youth as
happy that you know that film is Gladiator, Brennan, and not like The Battler, like your dad had rebranded it or something. I mean, I go, what's he on about?
well. The corn tickler.
Yeah, and you go, what? It's called Gladiator? I never knew.
I think we should just reel off